Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the AfterShock EpiCenter live stream. I'm your host and the Senior Retail Relations Manager here at AfterShock Comics, RuthAnn Thompson. We have quite a few titles to talk to you about for the new comic book titles for Wednesday, May 19th. And I'm going to check in with the chat after every single title I talk about. So let me know what you think and if you're excited about this new title. And thank you for C-List already joining and Chad Coper. I'm glad that you really like Silver City. You know, the lead character's name is a really good name. I think they should keep it going. So first up for New Comic Book Day tomorrow, Wednesday, May 19th, is Cullen Bunn's Phantom on the Scan #2. This is another just incredibly creepy title from Cullen, and the artwork from Mark Torres is just so haunting, and I can't wait for you guys to read this title. So the group of frightened psychics that they've been brought together because they keep dying off in mysterious ways, they still can't figure out what's going on. So this continues the mystery of what happened 20 years ago when the comet fell and why all of these people of different age groups are suddenly getting sick and dying. So hopefully you guys are super stoked about this as well. Good afternoon, Sparks Comics. Good to see you too. So we're going to be talking to Cullen Bunn just this Thursday for happy hour. So I have so many questions about this title. So make sure you pick up this title and we'll talk to him on Thursday's live stream. So next up is my D&D favorite, Bequest #3 by the incredible Tim Seeley and artwork by Freddie E. Williams. So our heroes must undertake an epic quest across a broken and dangerous land of America. This continues their bequest to stop an evil monk called Epcot Crave, who's using all of the magic items from Tangia and actually trading them for some pretty gnarly weapons from our world to then use for battles in Tangia. So it's a whole lot going on there, and lots of fun D&D stuff. And every time I read these comic books, I'm obsessed with all the characters, but especially Billy and Charmaine are just, and Charmaine is who I played in the one-off D&D pre-quest that we did a few weeks ago. C-List E-Man, good to see you, buddy. I'm so glad you guys are joining the stream as well. So moving on to our third title that is coming out for tomorrow's New Comic Book Day, and that is Undone by Blood, or The Other Side of Eden #3. This continues Lonnie Nadler and Zach Thompson's title, which is not quite a sequel, but still runs in the same vein as our first arc of Undone by Blood. And the artist, Sammy Kiva, is just absolutely beautiful. This very raw story about somebody who's tries to steal a lot of money that isn't his. And we follow Solomon throughout his Western title as well and see how the two stories kind of blend together. So they're on the run after the frenzied heist and Silvano's plan have gone completely out the window. They're battered, they're bruised. He's got a raging dust storm and an angry brotherhood on his tail. So I highly recommend this title, and there is such a dark twist that happens in it that I literally had to put the comic book down and I was like, no, come on. So hopefully you will enjoy it as well. Sparks Comics, I'm so glad that you're enjoying Bequest as well. They say Bequest is so much fun as I just started playing D this year. Oh, you only just started this year? Well, congratulations. I've been playing for longer than most people who are watching this that are live. But we always love some good D&D themed stuff here at AfterShock as well. So now we also have 2 trade paperbacks that are coming out for tomorrow's New Comic Book Day, which is the much anticipated We Live Volume 1. So this is an absolutely incredible title. We're excited to be continuing this title later on in the year. So this is writers Roy Miranda and Inaki Miranda, and then the artist is also Inaki Miranda, and you'll recognize that we actually are using him again in the Pete Milligan title of Out of Body, which we're very excited about. So if you hadn't already heard about this title, this is what it's all about. So the year is 2084, and the world has changed. Racked with calamities and crawling with monsters, the last remaining humans face a dangerous existence. And now the Earth has been sent a message from the deepest regions of space, a dark countdown to the extinction of all humanity. But there is hope. 5,000 children will be rescued by these mysterious message senders. This is a journey of Hototo, one of the lucky 5,000, but only his teenage sister Talia can safely deliver him to the nearest beacon before time runs out. It's a very beautiful story about family and hope, since Hototo is the only one that got one of these wristbands from these helpers from space to be saved, and his sister did not. So it is just a very heart-wrenching and beautiful story about these two children trying to save what they can that's left of humanity. So it's just a book that's packed with a gorgeous art and a sense of endless invention that seeps through every page, is what Sci-Fi Wire had to say about it. And I'm just double checking if anybody, oh, yes. Sela says, I love We Live so much. It's my favorite for sure. It was incredible once this title kind of came our way, and the fact that we were able to release it in 2020 when a lot of us were running out of a lot of hope. It was very well timed. So our other trade paperback that is coming out for tomorrow's New Comic Book Day on May 19th is Dreaming Eagles softcover edition. So if you didn't catch this, Garth Ennis and Simon Colby's Dreaming Eagles, the hardcovers, which I believe I have right back behind me right here. So if you missed out on the hardcover and you're looking for another softcover to fill your collection, it's a beautiful story that's inspired by the true events, tells the story of the first African-American fighter pilots to join the United States Army Air Force in World War II, and how they are the ones who basically turned the tides and changed everything. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful World War II story, and the artwork is absolutely gorgeous, so highly suggest it. Let me see if you guys had any chance to comment about that one. Not yet. That's okay, because we have another happy hour live stream coming your way this Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Eastern, because it's always 5 o'clock somewhere for the happy hour. This is a continuation of what we're going to keep doing every 2 weeks, where we're going to have interviews not only from AfterShock members, creatives, and then a live sale. So this week we have the pleasure of talking with Cullen Bunn, which, you know, he's done a few titles with us, and I can't wait to ask him questions about this title. So make sure you join for that. We'll also have the Aftershock partner Lee Kramer on to discuss everything that he does in the company, as well as the live sale with Joe Pruitt. So we're going to have rarities, exclusive, and graded comics that are going to be cut prices, and only for as soon as we start the stream for 24 hours. So it's a very small window to get these incredible stuff. So we'll be featuring Witchhammer, original graphic novel featuring a bookplate signed by the author Cullen Bunn, Dark Arc After the Flood #1 graded lenticular variant cover. It's a 9.8 for all those wondering. And also a Knights Temporal #1 graded lenticular variant cover, also 9.8. And since we have Cullen has been the only one that we've actually produced so far that have done these beautiful one-shot prestige size. We're going to sell his, not only the Piecemeal, which was his first title that came out with us last year, Eden, this cover, as well as this beautiful variant cover all together in a group. And we're going to have a few more items. So make sure you join this Thursday, just in 2 days, live right here on at whichever platform you're already watching this on, and we'll be ready to do it. Thank you, Sparks Comics. The happy hours have been fun to see. I'm so glad you enjoy them. They're very fun to host. And it's just really, really stoked about that. So oh, that's right. My producer, Stefan, just reminded me the really cool thing that we're doing with Cullen, since he's done so much work with us and we have such a huge fan base. We're actually going to make it so one of you can actually call in and be on a Zoom chat with us during the live stream and ask him any questions you may have live. So stay tuned for how to be able to sign up to be able to do that. And in the spotlight coming up for Aftershock, that'll be in shops on June 2nd, the day after my birthday, is the Sympathy for No Devils complete series trade paperback. So if you missed this title last year, this is about the world's largest colossal that has been murdered, and Winston Wallace, the last human in this world of monsters, he has been called to solve this mystery, and he'll need to learn about his ability and being impossibly unlucky or lucky, because luck can kind of work both ways that work against him. And let's see if it helps him solve this case or not. So this is from Brandon Thomas from Excellence and Lee Ferguson, Sam and His Talking Gun. So this is the incredible, from those incredibly acclaimed creators. We're really stoked to have this title available for you guys on the 2nd. Also fast approaching, but we're super excited about for new number ones, is Seven Swords. So this is by Evan Daughtery and the artists Ricardo Latina and Federico Dallacino. That'll be in shops June 16th. And we like to just call it the swashbuckling high adventure with cutting edge. Ooh, very exciting. Also, for anybody who picked it up last week, the Silver City #2 will be in shops on June 16th. So make sure you let your local comic book shop know if you want to have that pre-ordered and set up, because this continues a story of Rue. I swear it's not me. It was actually based on a dream that the wonderful Olivia Cotero Briggs had many years ago when she was in college, and she designed this entire story around this one dream she had. And this continues Rue's adventure of the fact that once she died, it's only the beginning of her new adventure. And also coming out this summer that we're so excited about, we're going to be upcoming debut of our young adult imprint, Seismic Press. And this is going to be with the incredible Steve Orlando and C. Fox's Rainbow Bridge, illustrated by Valentina Brancati and Manuel Popo, with letters by Hassan Samete Aloue. I'm learning how to say these last names, guys. It's not easy. So this is around the story of a young boy who, before he goes into high school, his best friend passes away. And Andy and this Rocket grew up together. So when he passes away right before his 14th birthday, Andy is just completely rudderless. He can't imagine making this transition into high school without Rocket by his side. So the day before school starts, when Andy is at his lowest, he visits Rocket's grave and unexpectedly summons the Rainbow Bridge, a gateway to the fantasy world where pets discover their afterlife. But there's a dark shadow to this paradise. And without Andy's help, Rocket's eternity there might be grim. So make sure you check out this beautiful story that's going to be coming out this summer. Let's see if you guys have any questions about that. Oh, yeah. So Cal Ross, Steve Orlando writing a new series. If Project Patron is anything to go by, this should be good. Project Patron is the best read this year. I am so glad, Cal, that you're enjoying that. I absolutely love that twist on the classic superhero story. And there's just nobody better to do it than Steve Orlando. We've worked with him on so many projects, Dead Kings, Kill a Man. I know I'm even missing a few because he's just been fantastic and he's really blowing up. I think he just had another announcement today, so we're very excited about it. And C-Less E-Man says, Rainbow Bridge is something I'm looking forward to. My 11-year-old daughter and I are finding YA books to enjoy and share together. That's the most beautiful thing about having YA titles here at AfterShock, is that you can start bringing in the new generation of AfterShock fans. So I'm very excited that you and your 11-year-old daughter are looking forward to it. And Daniel is also excited for Rainbow Bridge. That's awesome. So super stoked about this title. So let's check out the best tweets of the week from last week's title. So we have one from Angela on Twitter about Scouts Honor comic, and she says, it's the last chance I have to gush over Scouts Honor comic, but honestly, this is an amazing book. Every aspect of the creative team were on top form, and the finished product was excellent. Go read. Absolutely. If you guys missed out on the 5th and final issue of Scouts Honor, it's still available. Make sure you pick it up. And there are comic book shops that still have the Scouts Honor badge that actually comes with each issue. So make sure you reach out to your local comic book shop about that. Our second tweet is from Kevin Adler on Twitter to talk about Silver City Comics. And he said, just read Aftershock Comics Silver City Comic issue 1 by Olivia Cotero Briggs and was blown away. Really fantastic start to a really interesting story about the afterlife. The art is really stellar also. I really can't recommend this one enough. Very cool. Okay to print. So thank you, Kevin. I'm glad you enjoyed that as well. I actually just reread that last night while I was reading these titles because it's just so darn good. So let's see if Yes and Daniel are so excited for Rainbow Bridge. Yeah, we talked about that. And we're just so excited for just these continuing on with all of these titles. And if you guys are interested in being a part of the AfterShock family as an AfterShock brand ambassador, we are still looking for ambassadors, not only in San Francisco, Texas. So if you or anybody else you know feel like you'd be really good at this and want to just talk about Aftershock comics to all of the local comic book shops, make sure you click the link and apply. And me and the rest of the team will be interviewing you shortly. So guys, as always, thank you so much for joining us, being part of the Aftershock family. I look forward to seeing you all during the happy hour this Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern with Lee Kramer and Cullen Bunn, and of course our live sale as well. And just stay safe out there, guys. Continue to wear your mask, wash your hands, and only read dangerously. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye, guys.